Now these bitches on me. Remember they frontin'. Now these bitches on me. Remember they frontin'. Now these bitches on me. They fronted on me. What's going on? They call me B.
They call me D.
And you are now tuned in to You Know How We Talk, because you know how we talk when we talking. What's up?
We gonna get all in your shit.
All in our own shit.
How your week been? We took a little bit of
Thanksgiving was amazing. Mm-hmm. I did the whole stay at home thing.
I went to
Chill
work.
with the fam, huh?
I went to work.
Hustler. I stayed my ass home.
I don't blame it.
They don't want to give me no holidays off, so I took one.
I took my ass to work. Just regular shit.
Life was good?
Yeah, life was good.
What happened this week? Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know nothing that went crazy this week.
No, nothing for real. I think everything's been just coasting.
Yeah.
Nothing's really happening in the city but a bunch of car accidents.
That's because PUA that gave niggas PUA that gave you niggas cars and no license. That's the fuck wild. And that's why I got full coverage on my shit, bumper to bumper, uninsured motorist.
And we got GAT, motherfucker.
And I got GAT, because you niggas is out here running wild, man. Y'all running crazy. What we got going on today?
We got a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Today's topic. Ooh, I'm so tired of hearing about this topic.
It's always on social media.
It's everywhere. It's the topic of the century. It could be. It could be. It's always this. Ladies, are you splitting the bills with the fellas? Fellas,
are you splitting the bills with?
Is you making your lady split the bill?
Or are you being 1960s man
and you want and
pay everything and just sit in the house broke with no money?
Or she taking her check to the to the dick. Yeah. Which one is it? So that's what we getting into today. I think later on we kind of got a little double topic because we couldn't decide on just one, so we had to bring y'all two. The second topic is going to be ladies, because shout out to my two favorite people at work. We just got done arguing about 2 hours ago. Ladies, can dad discipline his daughter?
Right. So
can dad discipline the baby? Can the step parent discipline the baby? Lord Jesus. And can do you live by the saying like it takes a village? I know I was raised on that. I think a lot of us was raised on that. But what I see in this new day and age is don't say nothing to my kid. You can't talk to nobody's kid. It really depends on. So we're gonna touch on both of them today. That's
a heavy joint.
That's a heavy joint. Moms, y'all don't play about y'all kids. Y'all crazy. And they be bad as shit. That be the part that be busting me. Like, they be bad as a motherfucker and y'all don't play. But you're a dad, so you get to tell me from your point of view. And I get to tell you from my point of view. Because I do have a point of view which a lot of people don't understand or know. So we're going to tap into all that. What you want to get into first? What we going into first? I don't really matter to me. We're gonna get cussed out for both of them.
I say let's do the bills first.
The bills.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get my opinion. My opinion is go ahead and split it down the middle.
I agree to split the bills down the middle. Right. Most women want.
They said God created you to pay all the bills, bro.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you this: He ain't create me. So, no, I've definitely done both, and that's why when I come to it, my whole thing is I think that you should definitely split it. Not because I can't handle it. Don't get it fucked up. The money there. That's not even the issue. The money's there.
It's the simple fact for this generation.
Yeah, this generation a little bit different.
It's different because women like to run the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sort of speak. Certain situations.
I just told somebody that. Like, you don't know how to let me. I don't want to use the term like be a man, but like you don't know how to let me. I'm dominant. I'm super, super dominant. Like if I was a female, I would be the female that I'm talking about because I'm super like dominant. I'm super territorial. Like what's mine is mine, and what's you just like to be in control. I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
I'm a lion at all costs. I'm even like that with you though. Like this, my brother, and he got 5 sisters. How many sisters you got?
You got to be the leader. I got what 3?
You got 3. How many brothers I got though? 5.
7.
But I got 7 of us. I got 5 brothers. But when he in the picture, I'm his little sister and what he just said. You know what I'm saying? I think the only person you like kind of chill with is with Darius.
Right, that's it.
He might beat you up.
I had to beat Darius up. I got to beat him up first.
He might try to go at my brother, but
I got to get him first.
Yeah, you got to take him at the ankles. Yeah. You know his ankles.
Both legs.
Yeah, ain't all the way there. But no, I'm super dominant, and I want the things to go the way that I want to go. So I could definitely agree that women are so like, y'all got to pick a lane. This is probably my 3rd time saying this shit.
But it's hard to pick a lane when... All right, let's just say this. It's hard to pick a lane when you're in a situation with a guy who... Maybe for myself, right?
Okay.
So, and
they like when we talk like that.
And I'm speaking for myself because I was in a situation where I didn't have a chance to pay the bills. I had a bullshit job. Well, before I even got the bullshit job, I had came home. And I was trying to find my way.
Right.
So once I actually got a grasp of a little bit of money, it was only enough to pay a phone bill and
I remember those days.
Get a fucking hoagie or something, and that was it. LA Fitness.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? So
how did that make you feel like as a man being in a situation, 2 kids at the time, probably working on number 3? No,
wasn't working on 3 yet.
LA Fitness? I can't remember. All right, so 2 kids at the time, in a relationship, and trying to figure out life as a man, but you can't financially support the situation.
It was rough, and I'm saying rough for the simple fact that she's doing everything. It made me feel like
you want to help. You
want to help, but it's like, yo, you weak right now. You're weak right now, and
damn,
you trying to build to be stronger. So when I say build in that aspect, I mean you building your characteristics, you building your personality still, because you still trying to figure out who the fuck you are.
I just want to say, because a lot of people, we get a lot of feedback on what we say as far as like we being so blunt with y'all that sometimes, you know, it affects other people, but we just trying to be as blunt as possible. For you to sit up here as a man and say weak, it's like unheard of, bro. Like men just don't say weak. Because in this world we living in, they can't be weak.
Right,
like,
you can't be weak.
Like you can't show no emotion.
So in that aspect, right? It hurt a lot for me.
Right.
Because for me personally, it's like, yo, you a man, you got 2 kids, and you supposed to be working. Because it's like, so my grandfather, right? Whether he was sick, right, whether he had the flu, don't matter. He went to work. He never called out. I never seen him home. Yeah. Now I seen him home when it was time for him to come home. Right. But he was never home. He worked every day. He worked for the water department for 35 years.
Papa worked for the water department?
Yeah.
That's where water department. Bun work at.
Worked for the water department for 35 years.
I never knew that.
And load control.
I never seen this man in person my whole life. He don't come out the damn house.
Stay out the way. But just trying to mold myself after him.
Yeah, it's like now just the pressure's on.
Right. It was like, yo, you gotta step this shit up.
Right.
So
I definitely feel like, and this is a stereotype, but when butches, I think I could kind of speak for a lot of us. The thing that makes us a butch is kind of that dominance, like, right? Because, that needs to be, And so growing up, I did look up to my aunt. I got my mom has one sister, and she's my best friend. She's my role model. I mirror my entire, like, it's different. Like, I mirror my entire everything off of what she's doing at the moment.
Basically, like my hustle goals.
Yeah, right? My hustle. But growing up, being a tomboy and things like that, one of the things that the people that I had in my life other than her was a Mel. He's my goddad, more like a dad. He passed away. And I never forget my grandma. She ain't have to pay no bills. She ain't lived in the house with him. And all we seen was him coming and going and telling us to get out of his chair and and whatever I asked for, I had. Like,
right.
you know, my grandma, you know, we live 56th Street or 57th Street, so how the houses is set up, you walk in and it's kind of, I think, the living room.
Living room, yeah.
So she had her TV, and then she had a TV in the dining room. It was weird, but my grandma wanted to watch her stories on every single channel in the crib. It's like 5 kids in the crib. It's me, Quetta, Cash just born, Dion, young boy Dion, Dominique. It's all these kids in the crib. Nobi in and out, coming and going. And then you want to watch stories from 12 o'clock to 5. Yeah, like, that's unfeasible.
Right,
so we want to play the game and shit. I have my own PlayStation back,
right.
you know, home. My goddad go out, buy the PlayStation, hook up a whole nother section in the fucking dining room. Now my grandma like extra irritable because while she's trying to watch TV,
disturbing her stories.
He didn't cut off a section, put a TV and a whole PlayStation in for us. So it's just like, I grew up watching this nigga make it happen and saying like, damn, I want to do that. Like, I want my mom to be able to call me and I'm gonna just go make that shit happen.
Right.
Then, but seeing my aunt on the flip side, like, seeing my brother call home, and I'm not glorifying it because it's so funny. She at a point where she's not glorifying it. She realized that she was hindering him.
Right.
But a lot of people can't get bailed out on a $10,000 bill with 10%. $1,000. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't get bailed out on a $1,000 bill, and then see my brother calling home. He got a $100,000 bill, 10% on it, and she coming down out. Cash. You out of there. Oh, retainer for the lawyer is this much. Cash. She out of there. Oh, I don't got no money tomorrow. Brand new whip. You know what I'm saying? Right. And always saying my grandma was well taken care of, spoiled rotten. I was spoiled rotten. So I grew up thinking like, that's what I want to be. Like, I want somebody, I want my nieces and I want my nephews to be able to call me and be like, yo, I need this. And do it. I want them to look at me and be like, yo, my aunt did that shit. I could do that shit. So, yeah.
So let me ask you this question. Do you feel like if you didn't see how the hustle was instilled in you, right? Well, not even instilled.
Right.
So let me switch it around. If you didn't see
her hustling,
your aunt doing like super hustle like this and giving you the game to progress, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you would have found it later on, or you think you would have never got it?
I think that I did find it later on because, like I always tell people, we so off topic, but let's just spill. I always tell people I didn't have to do anything that I ever did. Right. Anything that you ever seen me doing. I can sit here at 30. Let me lean up on them. They say you laid back. Let me lean the fuck up. I can sit here at 30 and say that I was a follower. I can sit here at 30 and say I was trying to fit in. Mm-hmm. I can sit here at 30 and say I was a corny ass bitch because none of those things that I was doing, that image that I was trying to portray, none of that was me.
Same for myself.
None of that was me. I lived up the hill in 1995 when there was no black people on my block. Like, I don't come from. I'm not knocking anybody, but I know I feel bad. I feel like I've offended people who come from situations where that's all they know. Who come from situations where they have to grind, and I'm taking it and I'm doing it just because. That's an insult to the real people that's stuck in this shit. Right. Because there's people that was probably praying for my position, but we was trying to fit in so bad. So, I did go through a time period where I didn't listen. I damn near didn't graduate high school. It didn't click to me until I watched my best friend get sentenced to life. And that I always tell you, I always tell my old head, you guys saved my life, because if I never seen those things, it's very possible that I would be dead or in the jail. Same situation, or worse. Fucked up my whole situation for nothing. So I definitely didn't grasp until like later on, like, all right, you stupid, you move and hustle. I mean, you moving backwards. You can hustle, but you can do it legally because you don't got nothing holding you back. And there's a lot of people that can't sit and face their soul and have that conversation with their soul. But I'm fortunate enough that I can. So I owe that to you though. I tell you that all the time. Like before this camera shit. I tell H that all the time. I mean,
I appreciate it because, you know, like I said, I was in a position to try to help 1, 2, 3 people.
Yeah. Told you. And them letters was like, B, or no, whatever you was calling me back then. I don't think I was B yet.
No,
I was Butchie, but I don't think you was calling me that yet.
I probably was calling you now.
It took my real friends so long to start calling me that.
I think I was calling you
Niggas
now.
was like, Butchie, what the fuck is that? Yeah, niggas wasn't feeling the Butchie thing. I wasn't feeling the Butchie thing. Butchie B was forced on me, okay? I want everybody to know that. I did not make that name up. If you want to know the person that made that name up, just think about who I was rapping with at the time. He made the name up. I have nothing to do with the name.
Like that. You get called that around certain people.
My mom, your mom hated.
Boo.
She don't fucking call her that. Niggas writing me from jail, mailing this shit to my mother's house.
I'm sorry.
Butchie B. My mom like, and tell them stop fucking calling her. She gonna know. So I didn't make that name up. But full circle, right back into money. So that's why I say split it, because I come from busting my ass, making that shit happen, and to just have anybody just come around and don't match their hustle, but they get in where they fit in, so now they living kind of scot-free.
Right.
That don't kind of sit right with me. I've been in 2 situations where I'll say 1.5. Let's give people their credit, because Lord knows I'll hear about it. But I've been in 1.5 situations where I was splitting.
Right.
No, 1.5 situations where I was paying. And the half is because she got a job, like, kind of at the end of things. That's the first person. But the other person, like, the whole situation was fucked
just
up.
Street.
And what I will say, if the person isn't a hustler, that shit will breed a bum.
That's true.
If the girl isn't a hustler, I date women, so I'm speaking from a woman aspect. You could speak from your aspect if you, like, got any type of knowledge on it, or, any type of,
knowledge on it, because
experience on it. I was tripping.
Because even if you hang around bums, right? You deal with a bum, right?
Whew.
You'll eventually be like, well, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hustle.
I did that. Remember that? I went through that. So,
I remember.
Well, let's reel them into my business. Here we go. Ready for story time? We got 2 separate situations. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go in this story time. So I'm dealing with this first person.
Right.
I am 19 years old, and I'll never forget. It was her 20th birthday, and I took her to the chart house. So it was her 20th birthday, and I was 19. Then it was 2009. And I took her to her 20th birthday. I took her to the chart house. Remember, I'm 19. I don't even think at 19 back then we even knew what the chart house was. I did, because I had a couple old heads that put me on. So I took her to the chart house. So boom, the bill come. And I look at the bill, and I'll tell you a story all the time. I look at the bill, and I'm like, yo, if I'm spending this on food, right, I could be paying my own bills. Like, I could be paying my own bills. So I was like, man. So it's September when this shit happened. I was in my first spot by December. The person was in an unfortunate situation at home, so it was like, boom, come with me. No job, no nothing. Just on some shit like, you in love. You
just put the shit on your back.
Yeah, like, I'm in love. I ain't gonna leave you behind. Yo, this come, because, like, you in a situation where you can't even open the fucking refrigerator. So right. We going to just, come on. Like, you on some Matilda shit. Come on, yo. Like, so, boom. I'm talking like that tonight.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Sorry.
That's my very favorite movie. So boom. I'm like, yo, boom, come with me or whatever. No job, no nothing. So I'm paying everything. And what I will say is, in that situation, I wasn't coming home to bullshit.
Right.
She was cooking. Shit, alright, the bullshit I was coming home to is, I'm a kind of, not gonna say a neat freak, but I don't like clutter. So when you come to my crib, this is where it's gonna be at, this is where it's gonna be at, the floor is gonna be swept, like my shit gonna be like, like you came in today, like, God damn, you
it's good enough. It will be good enough for you to say, yo, I got somebody from work coming over, and you don't have to.
I don't have to run home and clean. Yeah. Like, you could pop up on me. What Cody say? In the daytime and the nighttime. My shit like that all the way around. So, So that was kind of like a little annoying or whatever. But I was noticing, like, you don't want to do nothing. Like, you don't want to work at all. Yeah. Like, because it started out as a, I ain't going to leave you behind type joint. Like, I ain't going to get my own shit and then just take off on you. So, come on. But then it was like, damn, I put you in position.
Right.
Because you could go get a job.
Yeah, you should take heed.
And jump on that shit. That's not how it went. They got comfortable. They sitting in the crib. I'm paying for food. I don't got no food stamps and none of that shit. I'm paying rent, electric, gas, cable.
Straight cash.
Everything. I'm going to work. I work fucking 4:30 in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm getting up every day. I live in the boondocks.
So you travel distance.
Oh my God. I live at the time, like Franklin Mills Mall. Yeah, like
it's a hike.
I could tell y'all that now, cause I don't live there no more. Right. At the time, I'm living all at the fucking Franklin Mills Mall and shit. Like, me and the mall was neighbors. So it's like, damn, like, I'm doing all this, driving to the airport every day. Like, bitch, and I come home, you in the same spot as you wash up today. Like, that shit get annoying after a while. Like, because I felt like I was breeding a bum. Right. So finally, after a while, like, the person gets a job and I'm not even that type nigga. Yo, pay the cable bill. Like, I feel like, this is what I feel like. There's two situations. I'm going to tell you the second one, but let me say this. If the bitch fuck with you enough, no woman, listen to me, fellas. Let you do it by yourself. No woman that love you and fuck with you the way that is going to sit there in 2021 in a couple days. 2021 in
20 days, I think.
Yeah, 25 days or some shit like that, or 27 days or something like that. No woman is going to sit there and watch you pay all the bills. Like, we keep talking about our grandmoms and grandparents. First of all, bitch, you talk back. Your grandma didn't talk the fuck at all. Your grandpa had kids out of wedlock with other women, and your grandma rode with the nigga, and she didn't talk back, and like, she ain't screenshot the shit, send it to her girlfriends. Like, so shut up.
Yeah, like, if you want a nigga that no fucking outside input on no shit like that.
Yeah, like, if you want to be a grandmom so fucking bad, then really be a grandmom. And half you bitches can't even make peanut butter and jelly. So please cut it out. Well, I hate hearing that shit. Well, these are the same people that God made for you. You know what I'm saying? I hate hearing that type shit. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. Please stop saying that. That shit grinds some fucking gears, bro. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit, man. Like, y'all gotta stop. Like, first of all, the cost of living itself.
The cost of living went up millions of years ago.
Millions and millions of years ago. I got a great paying job. Like, a great paying job. Like, the average, and I still wouldn't want to do it all by myself. Like, that's stupid. That shit go for drug dealers and people that's rich and all that type cool shit. Like, we ain't rich. We fucking right here and working middle class citizens, man. Stop putting that type of pressure on niggas. They don't wonder why they go out and they want to hustle when they 35 years old, still playing the corner every night. Cause you want the nigga to pay all the bills and he can't do that at no regular job.
Because the way you are making him feel makes him want to. All right, I gotta do this.
I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Like, see, you gonna talk that dumb shit to me and run right into a brick wall. Cause I don't want to hear it. I'm not working. I never had to work overtime. I never lived nowhere where I had to work overtime. I was never in possession of something where I had to work overtime. I never went out and bought no car and it was like the only way I could make I never went to the table. Now there's people that do this, especially at my job. They go to the dealership and they base what car they buying off of. Yeah, I'm gonna do 4 overtimes this week. I'm like, who wanna live like that? You gonna buy this crazy ass house? Yeah, the house is nice, but you can't afford it without the overtime. Like, that shit sounds stupid as shit. Like,
for me, the point of living is
beyond your means.
To live beyond my means. And I'm cool with just being average.
Me too.
It's nothing wrong with being average.
No. But y'all done social media done made it so
you got to live like Lil Baby.
Yeah, like, motherfucker, how I'm gonna live at like Lil Baby? I work at the Philadelphia International Airport. I work at the water department. I work at the motherfucking. How I'm supposed to do all that shit?
And I'm only getting 53 a year.
Yeah.
Overtime, maybe 61.
Why wouldn't you? If I really love you, I'm not watching you now. Let's go on to topic. Let's go on to story number 2. This is the worst relationship I've ever been in my whole life. And this relationship really showed me the whole meaning of never leave. What they say?
The one you like for the one you love.
Yeah, because I made an awful mistake. Oh Lord Jesus, I made an awful mistake. God paid me for this. He paid me back. So I met a girl. The girl before her was this years ago. Please, let's disclaimer. We're talking 10 years ago at least.
Nothing new.
Yes, this is not my life. So like 10 years ago, I met this girl and. Well, y'all doing the math now, so y'all like 2009, 2010. It's like probably like 7. Yeah, they smart as shit. It's like 7 years ago. So I met this girl. My ex was cheating on me. So I'm a Leo. And I sat there and I was like, all right, cool. I got something for you, motherfucker. And then I met this other girl. And I'm dumb, man. I started having sex with the girl. And then I fell in love with Cause niggas, we fall in love with what's happening right here, right now. Especially at that age. Now at 30, you can't pull no wool over my head like this. But then you thinking all that shit is gonna be how it is right now. You thinking that's how it's gonna be like later on in the relationship. So I'm hyping shit like, oh, this bitch do this, cool. She do this, she do that. You're dumb ass because you don't know no better. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta have some people around you, bro. Like. But how I can't really say that because you coming home from jail, so
right. So
the fun time that I'm having, you like, yes, we having the time of our life. I don't got nobody with no common sense around me to tell me, Chanel, you look an idiot.
Right.
Idiot is. I don't even know who this man is. He's sleeping in the car.
He was somebody else.
He's sleeping in the car while we out having fun. This nigga acting crazy. So I'm like, man, fuck it. Like I'm with this chick, but I'm just. Oh my God. Y'all can see I'm disgusted over this story. I hate telling this story. So boom. I leave the one I love. Even though I was gonna leave her anyway. This my point. You could leave him, but
you were leaving her for
my own reasons. Oh, cause she was cheating.
Not only that, right?
I caught her cheating.
No. Not only that, but back to a personal conversation we had.
Whoa. You love to tell personal shit.
Hold on.
I'm gonna start telling you personal shit. I don't give a fuck. But go ahead.
But you had to pretty much.
And they be thinking that I'll be telling you to say this shit.
Yeah,
bro.
no, I don't know. We just call with the shit.
I don't know what you about to say. I'm about that shit is scary.
You had to put her in position to.
That's
you know what I mean? To get to a bag.
Yeah, that shit unattractive. Like I'm okay with it, but like 1 position, 2 positions, 3 positions, 4.
I gotta keep doing it for you.
Yeah, like you don't got no hustle. Like so that mean if I lose it all right now, we just go under.
We asked out because you don't want to figure it out.
And again, this is my point of view. Like the people that I'm telling the story about, they probably got a whole different point of view. But this is my motherfucking podcast. Or this our fucking podcast, and we gonna say what the fuck we want to say. I'm telling this shit from.
But it's the truth.
It's the truth, but it don't never want to be the truth for other people. So anyway, what part was that?
When
so boom, I leave the chick.
Yeah.
Awful mistake. When you leave them, you find out she on unemployment. She had her own crib, so I'm thinking like, damn, she doing something because she got her own spot. Mm-hmm. No, she on the 50th extension on unemployment. All this crazy shit, man. What my dumb ass do? I probably was running a shelter at this point. Like, I'm going off. No, go ahead. This you know how we talk.
Keep it a fucking beat.
This you know how we talk. So we going to talk that shit.
That shit be.
Boom. I'm running the shelter and shit. So I say, come live with me. Worst mistake I ever made in my fucking life. Cause you thinking I'm for real though, bro. I'm a helper. Like I swear to God, in my life. Like if I love you, bro, and you in a position you need help. I'm gonna open my crib, but that's my grandma made me.
But it's just in you.
Yeah, that's my grandma made me. Cause I'm not. How many times? What I tell you? Oh, you come, bro. You come live here. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Quite a few times.
I said, bro, we be coming and going because I'll be at work. You at work. I said it's not gonna be no big deal. You had your own space.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't even like. So I'm not just that type of person. Man.
So basically, we went back to her being.
So she's horrible.
Not the one.
No, so
horrible it was.
So bro, she cooked. But she gonna do it. She feel like it. She gonna clean when she feel like it. Then you got a bunch of bullshit surrounding you. Then there's regular relationship problems.
Right.
Oh, and then there's a kid involved. Oh Lord.
When the kids get involved, it becomes a completely different.
Y'all be thinking that. Let me clear this up. Y'all be thinking, and I laugh at it too. I say it to him all the time. This whole step dyke thing, that shit is not for the weak hearted because. Yeah, it's just not. Because y'all fucking niggas be deadbeat dads. And we be feeling bad for y'all kids. And what the fuck? We really supposed to sit there and watch y'all kids suffer?
Come in, take your kids on vacation.
Yeah, like, so.
All sorts of shit.
No, I don't want to talk that heavy to him today.
Hey, but we gonna keep it a beam, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it goes. So the relationship terrible. Was a kid involved. No hustle in there, man. It ended up being just a horrible situation. Then I fall off, and that's the one thing a nigga dread. If you fall off, can they hold it up? Well, how they gonna hold it up? I feel like when it come to this whole paying the bills and your girl gotta be a hustler. She had to have shown you that she got a hustler in her. She gotta have had some type of income coming in, like, because if you lose it all, y'all just off, like, y'all just fall off, like, I don't get it. I also believe in the same breath, like, no female that love you is gonna watch you pay for anything, like,
not pay for anything,
like, pay, not, I'm sorry,
but pay all the bills.
She's
gonna step in.
I'm the red cup monster.
That's
gonna watch you pay, like, all them bills by yourself, man. I tell you right now, this house high as a motherfucker. Send help. I'm poor. Help me. I'm poor. Like, what the fuck? Like, I could do it by myself, but who wants to do it by themselves?
Nobody. Because, I don't know anybody who wants to.
So let me tell y'all, this is the funny part of this story. He loved this part of this story. Now, I'm going to tell you how we come back. Let me tell you how I bounce back. So while I'm down on my dick, my dildo, I'm getting treated like the scum of the earth. I'm gonna start talking to you different when you ain't got no money.
What?
Because when I meet you, I'm in my prime. I got 2 cars. What you talking about? Bitch, I don't live by Franklin Mills no more. I'm on some shit now. I live here, you know.
I'm in the hideout, nigga.
Yeah, I'm in the honeycomb hideout. And I'm still, so I'm doing my thing. Man, that shit, I fall off. Running around chasing her dumb ass. I get tricked out of my spot. Last episode, go watch that, John. I get tricked out of my spot, so boom, now I'm fucking, I'm down on my luck, bro. Like, I'm down on my fucking luck. So, talking to me all crazy. So, boom, we about to move. And, no, I'm about to move. No, we about to, no. I want to move, but I don't got the bread to. So, boom, I pull this little fastball and shit, like, get the bread in, but it's her bread, but I hustle that shit up for her. Like, she got something that she could use to get more money, and I know some people, and boom, get the bread. So I need the bread. So that's always the agreement. Like, yo, I'm gonna give you this joint, and I got you, and I'm gonna get back. Like, I'm a hustler. Like, this nigga say a camera need to follow me around. Like, I'm gonna figure
24/7.
I am going to figure that shit out. Like that's just what I do, because I watch my aunt hustle. So, boom, I'm down bad for what? What you have down bad for, like a year?
It probably was a year and a half, maybe.
Ooh, because me and you down bad at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah, so that's.
But it don't feel like.
It don't feel like I'm down bad.
Yeah,
it don't feel like a long time, but I'm down.
Because we make the best of everything.
We make the best of my situation. Like,
everything.
I've been depressed. I've been fucking sick to my stomach. I be in the hospitals. I be going through real life shit. I be on the internet, back cracking the fuck up. I be on the internet. These niggas be texting me like, yo, I'm like, yo, that's still really what's going on.
Down,
but I'm just happy. Like, I woke up today. Like, niggas don't be waking up. I made it to she 30. I don't give a fuck about what that is. So that's just my mindset. So I'm down bad. Like, I don't even think I got a job. I'm on unemployment. I'm on all types of shit. I got a job, but I hate the job. It don't really pay no money. I'm at this when I go to American Airlines. They don't pay no fucking money. So I'm over there, whatever, not the money I'm used to.
Right.
So I'm over, not the money that these bills is used to.
Yeah.
So boom, I'm over there trying to figure that shit out, and I'm doing whatever on the side that I gotta do to pay the bills. So, she treated me like dog shit, y'all. She was treating me like my name was C and not B. I'm like, damn, like this shit crazy. I'm like, yo, I'm moving. I tell Cooch, like, I'm moving. I don't know how I'm figuring this shit out. This nigga come up to my crib. Braylon is in a fucking car seat. He a baby. This nigga probably ain't. Your baby mom probably killed you if she knew where we had this nigga at. We had this nigga at a U-Haul trying to get a U-Haul. I don't even think I got money for the U-Haul. Remember that?
Like I'm figuring that shit out.
But I'm figuring this shit out. So boom, we coming back from. I had to go up to the airport to bid. If you worked at the airport, you know, like American, you got bid in person. This back then. So I go up there to bid. The bitch called me like, yeah, I ain't got that bread for you. I'm like, what? We in the world. We in the world. I'm like, what? You don't got no bread for me? Bitch, I will kill you. So I'm hot. I'm crying and everything. I'm mad as shit, bro, because I ain't been home in all these years. Like, the thought of going back to my mom's crib is
you dread it. Yeah.
Killing me. Like, so I'm like, fuck. All right, boom. All right. I never forget. We on City Line Avenue. In between this Taco Bell and Pizza Hut on our left and the gas station right here. Sunoco. So that's Belmont, almost damn near at Belmont. So I'm like, we just passed Bryn Mawr. Something like that. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, so me and him sitting in the well. I'm telling you, I'm a hustler. Now I already didn't when I ain't have a job, waking up every day to find a job was my job. I'm not one of them niggas that don't get no job and then I'm just sitting around like, no. I'm gonna figure that shit the fuck out. Well, I had a job, but it wasn't paying nothing, so I'm hustling to find another one. So we sitting in the well. It's the awkward silence, bro. All the way back to my crib. He just sitting there kind of looking at me because I think this the first time in our adult life where you see me faced with a real obstacle. Yeah. So I think quick on my feet. Like, anybody that know me in the comments, please let these people know, like, I gotta think like that. Like, you can't really catch up. Like, what Drake say? They don't know they gotta be faster than me to get to me. No one's done it successfully. I'm neck ball. Like, you not gonna catch me. Like, it's gonna feel like, sometimes I didn't react, but this time I reacted because I was so mad. But I'm like in the car like this, just quiet. Like, Chanel, what's your next move?
Because
like,
you piecing it together.
Yeah, what you about to do? Because I got keys to everybody crib in Philadelphia. I don't really need, you know what I'm saying? But you want to be. I love my independence and I love being alone. So that's why I'm fighting it. I said, bro, drive me to the storage unit. He like, what? I'm like, drive me to the storage unit down the street from my crib. He take me to the storage unit. I go in there. I'm like, yo, how much this shit cost? Shit say $1 a day. $1 your first month. I'm like, bro, it ain't even going to take me no month. Watch this. Sign a rental agreement, all that shit. We start moving my shit into storage. I don't even tell nobody, the bitch, or nothing. The bitch just see shit moving around her, but she back at her mom crib kind of like...
She wasn't even there to understand what the fuck
was about to happen. But I had this saying. And I had this saying from the time that whole year and a half. I'm a hustler. And I had this saying. And I ain't even gotta say the saying. He gonna say the saying for me.
That shit was B stops only, motherfucker.
B stops only.
B stops only.
And when I would say it, people would laugh. You know, if you from the city, you know A and B trains and stuff like that. And it'd be like the B train stopped at certain stops and the A train and all that type of cool shit. And I just start saying B stops only. This nigga was like, "What are you talking about?" And I used to be like, "Nigga, when this bread come, shut up, Siri. When this bread come, it's B stops only. Like, when this bread come, it's gonna be B stops only." And this nigga used to think I was crazy, y'all. No, other people used to think I was crazy. This nigga used to be like, all right. And then it got to a point where I started saying, yeah. And after the B train come, the A train coming. This how we wake up every day, though.
Every day was the same.
This how we waking up every
dog.
fucking day. Like, this shit not different. This shit is not like, when y'all see us out, I love that nigga to death. When y'all see us out here, and Diddy too, I don't want nobody ever think Diddy getting left out of nothing. Right. My whole entire circle. My whole entire circle. This how we waking up every fucking day. Motivation to this day right now. I think I wake up first, then Diddy, then you. Every single day. Yo, we on the clock. Monday mornings, bro. What's up? We on the clock with it. Right. Where y'all at? Oh, me and Koo still on the clock. Oh, all right, Diddy, what you doing? Every day, like, we figuring it out. So, back to the story. Yo, B stops only. B stops only. B stops only. Imagine saying that shit to yourself for a year and a half. B stops only. One day this shit gonna stop. I'm praying every day. If you was on my story yesterday, I listened to Janae Aiko, Ways, Why Aren't You Smiling? And I listened to that song every fucking day for a year and a half straight. From the time it came out till the rest of the story I'm gonna tell y'all. Why aren't you smiling? It's 44 minutes to 4. That whole joint, and I just motivate myself. Life only gets stronger. You gotta remain stronger. This is for my brother. I do that because my brother just got sentenced. Right. It's the top of the sentence. You know what I'm saying? So I'm motivating myself every single day. Yo, this Chanel, this shit don't last forever. Don't last forever. Every day. So boom, we go to the storage unit. I have nothing. I know I gotta get my shit out the crib. Now I already figured out. All right. Like I told you, I look up to my aunt, but one thing she never do is go against her credit. But I'm realizing in this situation, I gotta go against my credit because, like I told you, I ain't making that much. American don't pay shit, so I ain't making that much. So I'm like, all right, this is what you gotta do. Boom, I started thinking it through. I called him like, bro, what I gotta do is I can't pay my rent this month. I'm gonna have to find something else and finesse that shit. Every day I wake up, I'm looking for somewhere else to live. Every day. But I'm getting turned down because my credit already wasn't that great. So I'm getting turned down. Boom. Turned down. Everywhere I turn, I'm getting turned the fuck down. I'm like, damn, bro. So I ran across this lady. She was, I don't even know. She was from overseas. Like, I don't know what she was. I can't remember. Russian or something. You sure Russian? I'm thinking.
Probably had to be Russian up that way. Yeah.
And I met her and I just convinced them, like, I got the gift of gab. And I just was like, look, I swear to God, on everything I love and stand for, if you give me this chance, I'm not going to play with you. Like, I ain't going to figure that out. She like, come up with this amount of money and you can move in. But it was like, fuck, quadruple the security deposit. Like, that shit was stupid. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm still moving my shit in the storage though, cause I ain't paid the rent. They gonna evict you up where I'm living at. They not even about to play no games with you. You getting evicted. So I'm like, all right, bet Chanel, figure this shit out. So boom, I still moving my shit in the storage. This is a true story. Anybody that's heard this story know it go the same way. Right. I'm in the living room of my crib. And the bitch I ain't been fucking with me this whole time. She come back to the crib. So I'm in the living room, but my living room completely empty. I don't know why the fuck she even there. That shit was supposed to happen the way it happened. Some shit up or something, right? Yeah, she like was just there. I don't know why, but that bitch was there, and I'm moving. And I already made one trip to the storage unit, and I'm making a second trip. I'm putting everything in my car, and then somebody called my phone. And if anybody know me, I'm the hardest person to get on the phone. I'm sorry, a lot of people got my number by accident, so I don't be liking to answer my phone. But this number, I said, you supposed to answer this fucking phone. Mm-hmm. And I answered the phone, bro. And the lady was like, hey, is this such and such and such? I'm like, yes. And she like, hi, I'm from such and such and such. And I'm like, yeah. She was like, we want to interview you. I'm like, when? She like, and I'm getting hyped. Now, if you've been in my old crib, my whole wall was like a glass closet. So I could see from my living room what's going on in the bedroom. So I see dumbass fucking kind of standing there like listening like, what the fuck? And I'm thinking in my head, you stop, it's only little bitch. I can't wait.
This shit going down.
About to go down. So boom, I get the interview information, yada yada yada. You can hear in my voice, I'm hype as shit. So I get the interview information or whatever. So as soon as I get on the phone, put the phone down, I keep moving my shit out. This I return. I just keep moving my shit out like nothing ever happened. So I'm like, boom, all right, cool, Chanel, boom, talking to myself and shit. Bitch ain't speak to me in 5 months. Like, she come out. Who was that? I'm so hyped that I don't even like being asked questions, but I was like, oh, that was such and such and such and such. I got an interview tomorrow. Or I think it was like 3 days from now. She was like, okay. But you can tell. Yeah. And I'm thinking in my motherfucking head, B, stop so little
you
bitch.
Missed that like, motherfucking train already.
You ain't want to hustle. Do not want to ride this wave. And that's what I'm saying with this whole bill paying shit. Bitches be riding the wave. So long story short, boom, I go to that night, she texts me like, I think we could make this work. And in my head, I said no.
Too late.
But out my mouth, I said okay, because I still need it. Now this is where I get grimy at. Now it's B stops only. I still need that bread. All right, yup. I pulled a female move. I don't care. Y'all do it all the time. The dice can do it too. I moved in the crib. knowing damn well, like, I'm ready to get the fuck about this situation. Moved into the crib. I remember I got that first paycheck. I went stupid, started buying shit, going nuts, stacking my bread. And she brought that shit up one day like, you get paid way more than me. You still expect me to pay bills? Yes!
What the fuck you doing?
How boy be when he high on the ecstasy or Bad Boys?
Yes.
Yes, I do expect you to pay bills. You know why? Because when I had it, I created a monster. I created a fucking monster by not allowing you to pay no fucking bills. So right now, you're going to pay a bill.
And then when I didn't have it, you was treating me like shit.
Yeah, and you was, when I was down on my dick, but we create the monster. So I'm saying my point of view from this whole thing is that they gotta be able to.
You basically want to find out they carrying it like that while y'all are doing it together.
Yeah, like
so.
Yeah.
So basically, like, you know, I'm paying everything, right?
Yeah.
And she like, no, babe, I got it.
Mm.
So vice versa. That's if she was.
But
doing
I'm so young and dumb. I'm like, no, I got it. You don't gotta work. I'm pay for you to go to school. I'm at my prom, bro.
But that's because
that creates a bum.
It creates a bum, but at the same time, in your mind, you're trying to create the perfect person.
I don't even think I was doing that. I think I'm trying to flex.
No. Well, to a certain degree.
I think knowing me, I'm 2021. Nah, my bitch ain't got it. I was on that type of time.
Yeah, but to a certain degree.
At 30, you better go to get your ass up.
Yeah, but to a certain degree, you like, all right, I'm going to put you in this position.
Yeah,
and it's up to you.
If you listen to me,
yeah,
if you listen to me, you gonna get put on.
Because
the cost of living right now, bro. How can somebody say that? My last place that I rented was $13.50,
and then it went to $13.75, right?
Was it $13.75?
$13.75.
How do this man know my life better? Was my rent where I just moved from $13.50 or $13.75?
75.
That's sick. Okay, Dorian, I guess I'm $13.75. I don't remember, y'all. I had so much red cup.
I think it was $13.75.
Yeah. You want one person to pay that, then a car note. Let's just say the average car note is about $300 to $400.
Right.
Then the car insurance, because in Philadelphia, Lord Jesus Christ, the car insurance is crazy, and you PUA motherfuckers gonna have us all paying $900 when this shit is all over with.
My insurance just went up.
Yeah, exactly. That's because PUA, everybody banging out, and young boys got wheels and no licenses.
And insurance, five and some change now.
Exactly. So it's like, how do you expect any human being to play that? Y'all not even saying split. And it's funny. This is the funny part, though. The people that are saying it, because I put this poll up on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, @Chanel215. I put this up on my Instagram so many times. And the responses that I get from the single people are all this is what a man is supposed to do. And the responses that I get from Darius. We gotta go on a commercial break.
Jail call.
The motivation just called. So we go ahead and take this call and come right back. But the comments that I get from the married people over the single people be totally different versus the single people. That's why y'all don't fuck single. I'm back. Had a conversation with the real.
Yes, sir.
Free day. Happy birthday to Steph.
Steph London.
Who else is my happy birthday to Steph? Free my brother.
Damn, my little baby. She's turning 4.
Ooh, and my little baby is turning
4.
No.
Sheesh.
London is
No.
Damn, drunk. 7.
London 4, Crease 7.
Little baby, Car turning 7.
Damn, 7?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Who else? Am I turning 7 or 8? London's turning 7.
Is she?
Yeah, Kari turning 7, London turning 7, Steph turning 90. Steph
London.
Happy birthday, you guys.
Happy birthday at all.
Yeah. Jesus turned in 2020. Oh, Lord.
We tired of her shit.
For sure. No, but...
Look at this guy.
Y'all the white
Hey, shit changing.
But no, the married people, When I put this poll up on the gram, what, Dorian? Every episode he dropping something, spilling something. This nigga got a hole in his mouth. Every episode, every episode. When I post this joint, like the married people be saying like, no, me and my husband or me and my wife, we split bills.
Right.
All the single people be like,
he gotta do it.
He gotta
pay all my shit.
God made a man. Yeah, God made you to shut the fuck up. So I just shut the fuck up. I've been in both situations. So I've been in all three. And the last time I was in a situation like that, we split them. She was rich. I was rich. God was good.
We just made it happen.
Yeah, that situation was intentional. The other two was mistakes. I don't help. Like for real. Like you go through stuff in your life where you say you never want to help somebody again. I do not fall for the damsels in distress that's about to get kicked out or being treated bad, living in the Matilda house and shit, like with the locker room. I don't feel bad for you no more. If your mom don't want you to eat out the refrigerator, then that's just what it is. She can't come here. Like I learned my lesson early on. That is a dyke thing. We want everybody to live with us. We gotta live with everybody. I swear to God, you ain't never seen no shit like this in your life. So yeah, I'm off that. So don't put it in. You can't come here. One person could. Maybe one person. Yeah, but not
in 3 months. We resetting the clock.
Yeah, reset the clock.
We reset the clock. Yeah. No bullshit. We resetting the clock every 2-3 days.
Jesus Christ. Can't pay people to egg right. But no, man, no, for real. I've met somebody where it's like, all right, I'm not saying like I'm totally off it. I'm just saying that it would definitely have to come with some guidelines, and it would definitely have to be happening because that's what I want to happen, and not because I feel bad. That's the point that I'm trying to make. What's your situation like? My whole situation was 50 minutes long. You love that.
So for me, I would do half and half. Like I said, I've been in a situation where she did everything until I actually got on my feet.
So you put out there that when you did get on your feet, though, now you want all the money to yourself. How that work?
I did want the money to myself, but, you got kids, so you gotta, But it's times where, like I said, listen, I like to be selfish. Everybody likes to be selfish. Yeah. But it comes a time and a place where you can be selfish. You can't be selfish. You can't be selfish.
I'm cool with that. I think every once in a while, mom should be able to go out and do something for herself. Every once in a while, dad should. If dad is consistent, there's a lot of bum ass dads out there. Shout out to Scrat.
Yes. Yes.
Scrat, man. Yes. Shout out to Scrat, man. I don't know a lot of people like Scrat.
Who's a single father.
That switched the game up. Send them more clothing. Send them more collection. I think it is on Instagram or something like that. If I'm getting it wrong, you follow me on Instagram. I wear all my home and shit. Shout out to Abandoned Society. Shout out to Howard. So
shout out to everybody really pretty much
doing anything.
Grinding. And it's so crazy
because shout out to Diddy Bop.
It's our whole circle that's really doing a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. We don't get to do everybody, but everybody doing something.
Y'all like when it's that cup, man. I don't remember everybody one show.
You want to just breathe into the next topic a little bit?
What was it?
The topic.
You poured this whole cup of vodka.
I didn't pour that none of that shit
because I knew you was gonna keep going upstairs to get more liquor, and I don't want to be drunk.
I prefer the brown.
And we
ain't had no brown.
Brown take him to Pound Town.
Yes, sir. But
next topic was what? So we gotta touch on this. Shout out to L. Shout out to A.
Yes.
My right and left hand. That's my folks. Y'all probably like, how many hands she got? All my friends are like family, so I don't even be knowing how to describe them no more. But shout out to them. So we talking. We at work one day and we talking. And my one homie, she's Jamaican, so they're from a total different culture, and she borderline crazy. And my other homie, she is the motivation. I don't even refer to a lot of people as motivation, but she's the motivation. Just the background on both of them. One is married. The motivation is married 50 years. I tell her she been married before Christ. 2 kids. Just put the pool. You know what I'm saying? Just flexed over.
Pool in the backyard.
Pool in the jaw. They been married to a husband. I think they just hit the 11 years this year. Like, I know their whole life because I'm so motivated by it. It's goals for me. And I don't even talk about relationships like that, but just watching them, the bad times is goals for me. So shout out to them. So we talk from different perspectives. Them being parents, him being a parent, and me being a step parent. And the topic is, who do you let discipline your child?
Right.
And what point in the relationship or friendship do you have to be at for this person to discipline your child? And A said, this is from Kingston. She crazy, yo. I'm scared of her. She said that her baby dad has no rights to discipline his daughter. One of them. Because he hasn't earned the right. He hasn't put in the time. He's basically an absent father. And me, being a step parent and being step parents to fathers that have been absent in one way, shape, form, or fashion, because there's more than one way to be absent. You could be a babysitter, but you absent financially.
Right. You
could be present financially and absent physically. So dealing with that type of situation, I still vouch for the absent people and say that that's still his child, and she should be able to whoop her ass if she cutting up. Like, when I'm posting, you know how much, like, I gotta call you and say, she's being disrespectful.
You gotta come get your kids,
when she come home, beat her. Like, she told me a story. The baby was all the way back in Kingston, and she here in the States and was on vacation. and the grandmother beat her, and she was mad about that. I am old school. I got beat by the neighbors, so I can't relate. I can't relate. But they're not here to defend themselves, so I can't really get too far. And I only tell you what I told them that I would tell y'all. Right. And that was the part. I think she crazy. I told her she was crazy to her face, and guess what she told me? Fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So, okay, hey, shout out to you for standing on what you believe in. What's up with you? What are you doing?
So for me personally,
yeah.
I have 3.
You have 3.
13, 6, and soon to be 4.
Okay. And wait, hold on. Get me from both standpoints.
All right.
Your mate, be mate, and friends and family disciplining your kids.
You know what's so crazy?
I'm the step parent, so you talking about me. I don't want you to hold no punches.
No, I'm not gonna hold no punches because you know how I am. As far as for me personally, I fight with my daughter. And if you know me, you know why we're getting into these spats is because
she's growing up.
She's growing up, and it's internet shit. Internet is completely different for a young girl. So for me, like I said, she's 13. So certain things I'm never going to approve when it comes down to internet shit and being my daughter. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I don't give a fuck what your child is doing.
Well, mine doing is
that's your child. You know what I'm saying? So for me, if I don't approve of it, either we gonna sit down and have a conversation about it, or we can rumble about it. That's just me. And when I say rumble about it, you can throw your hands up, and I'm gonna throw my hands up. But that's my kid.
I am going to fuck you up,
just saying.
Kid. What?
Yeah.
I know these are your feelings, but I didn't know you was gonna tell them that.
Because I feel
you're gonna catch a lot of slack. Because a lot of women believe that a male should not put his hands on his female.
You shouldn't.
And we talked about this at work today.
You shouldn't.
Recently.
But to me, I feel like if you feel like the other parent is not doing what you need them to do, then somebody has to step in. Who gonna step in? It can't be her mom. It can't be her friends.
I think that kids know who they can get away with shit with. That's a whole another topic.
Of course, that we can say that for another week.
Yeah.
But as far as my daughter, right, it was some things that had took place as far as the internet, and me just being a dad and just checking up on certain things. I caught it before anybody else was to catch it. So when I caught it, oh man,
I was laying right on that couch.
it was going down.
Right. I was right down here laying on that couch, and the phone was going nuts on a Sunday. We don't even talk on Sunday.
We don't even talk on Sunday.
That's the Lord's Day. I stay away from the devil on the Lord's Day. We don't talk on Sundays. So for him to be calling me on a Sunday, I said somebody dying, the house on fire. Sure enough, that bitch was burning down.
It just was wild because for me to be a guy who was incarcerated, right?
Yeah.
And me being incarcerated, I'm around different categories of people.
Ooh. Ooh.
And when I say categories, I'm saying the rapists, the pedophiles.
Can I butt in?
Super manipulators. Go ahead.
Can I butt in? Mm-hmm. I was in a store recently with Yuri and the iPads that are in the store and the phones that are in the store.
Right.
Adults was in there. They like to take the picture in those phones that are stationary in the store.
Right.
But with things like AirDrop and Wi-Fi and things like that, I lost my mind. Because I know that category of people.
Yep.
And I know how that shit go. And you in there and she a kid and she innocent, so she in there like that. But I go look, something said, Chanel, go look. And I look and I was like, hey yo. And you know who I am. I'm not biting my tongue, and I'm saying what the fuck I want to say. So at the moment, I'm like, hey, yo, you don't do shit like this. Mm. Like, it's some fucked up people in the world. Yeah. That's not what we doing. So I could definitely vouch with you on that. When it comes to the pedophiles and the just the sick ass people, there's some sick ass people out here. And when it comes down to any kid, his kid, your kid, they kid, if I see it and I can prevent it, children that innocent and harmless. I'm gonna go. She was looking like this. I don't even think that she's ever seen me that upset. But that's because I know where that picture can end up.
But that's
child porn and all these weird ass websites. I know that. I know that, bro. From that environment, I know that for a fact.
It's almost like this, right? You innocently are going to
take a picture.
AT&T. Let's just say that.
Yeah, them stores.
Because when I go in the Walmart, you open this shit up, you press the shit, and I do it my damn self. I go in there,
look at the photos.
I look at the photos, and I'm like, what the fuck is little ass?
But imagine a pedophile doing that. That's a kid in the candy store.
They're sending a
watch your kids, man. We gotta be very more protective about our kids. But go ahead. So back to your situation. So knowing that you was knowing basically being in that world and seeing that whatever happened with Deanna.
So it just was. This shit rubbed me the wrong way, all the way around the board. Mm-hmm. And let's just say this will be the second incident that has to involve with the internet. Mm. You know what I mean?
I know the story.
So like, you know. So as a dad, I feel like, oh, you just keep trying the same shit. Mm. So now I'm gonna try to break your neck.
He did serious, yo.
Because, like I said, I'm a guy. I know how freaky motherfuckers think. I seen them. Listen. A motherfucker be in your jail cell, right? Mm-hmm. You go out to wherever you going. He looking through your pictures.
Yeah, Darius always say when y'all pictures stay in my lockbox because
like he looking through your shit to see if he can find a picture of something that he can.
He also said he don't like they was watching this show, and he's not a pedophile, but you're in jail and you watch certain things.
You just
it was these kids dancing. I asked Camille what the name of the show was, but whatever. And he noticed that kids was watching it. I mean, them niggas was in there watching it for the wrong reasons. And he was like, I don't want to watch it no more. He was watching it because it was a bonding point for him and Camille.
It was like a cheerleader type show.
It was a cheerleader type show with the black girl.
The lady like Ludacris,
Yeah, her. And Camille was watching it at the time. So he had started watching it as a bonding moment and a focus point for them when they talk, like something for them to talk about.
You could break off into a conversation
but
with
other people was watching it for the wrong reasons.
Sexual reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm not discriminating against a color. Yeah. Because it was black, it was white, it was Spanish. Everybody. I don't give a fuck who it was.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people think that child molesters have a white black.
Yeah, it's not.
They're not white black. They're not them old white people y'all thinking about. I know young boys that got to check in about, you know what I'm saying?
That are straight predators.
And
you'll never know it
because they cool on the streets.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So the situation went as far as the first situation went as far as texting.
Okay.
And it's like, I'm not expecting my child to even know what the fuck this means. So I know for a fact that you really don't understand what it is. You just saying it because it sounds good. It sounds catchy.
Like you at 13. Yes, Dorian.
Yeah. So for when I caught it, I just what the fuck. I said something to her mom,
and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I said something to her mom. She ain't really had much to say. So I take matters into my own hands. Like I said, I'm a guy. But what you're not going to do is, as a female, disrespect yourself. And that's for me, lowering your standards to a nigga like me. And now,
I'm shaking your hand on that one. I respect you.
And I'm only saying that because
I respect you.
I've been to jail.
Niggas, this why you gotta stay in your child life.
Yeah.
Because that's heavy.
I've been to jail.
That's heavy.
I had time periods where I was broke.
No motivation.
Yeah. I wasn't shit. So for that aspect, right? So like I said, for myself, if you running into a nigga like me, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because now I'm trying to straighten everything out. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I still do dumbass shit. I still do fucked up shit. So me not being perfect, I want you to find the balance.
I will say this though. Every girl I know that has their father, and it's for me. I ain't saying it's a fact. I ain't fucking Webster. But every girl that I know that had a father in their life, they go for the opposite guy.
I wish.
And the girls with no father in their life lost their father, they go for the
nigga that's out doing anything. You know what I mean?
Man.
So I don't necessarily want her to be in that category of she just somebody baby mom and.
So let me ask you this: when you put your hands on her, because you know A want to know,
right?
How was the response from mom?
The response was don't put your fucking hands on her.
Ooh.
Like, and it was like,
ladies, y'all gotta stop that shit.
And it was like,
because it might be a once in a lifetime thing, and it might be the everyday thing. I didn't have a father growing up. My dad is like my friend, like my homie, like that's like my guy. He made it know my mom wasn't supposed to beat me. But let me tell you niggas how stupid you sound when you tell a female that's with their child 24/7, 365 days of the year that they not allowed to get frustrated. You sound like a dickhead. So my dad was that. I don't know if he thought that shit sound cool, but now at 30, I'm like, this nigga was retarded. Anyway, my dad was one of them type dudes. And when you telling, when that don't work, bro.
They don't.
That don't work. Like, that don't work. Like, I believe that a little girl is supposed to have a fair enough of their father. I don't have the fair enough of my father because I know Darius is not going to allow no human being, including my mother, put their hands on me. And Darius is my brother.
And that's
so
how...
I growing up, I had the fear of death of Darius.
Right.
He would put his hands on me to show me I had this thing where I wanted to fight guys. I was into fighting guys all the time. I wanted to hang with the boys. And I remember my own brother looked me in my face. He said, one day somebody gonna smack the shit out you. Somebody gonna beat you the fuck up. And guess what? It happened. At Colina house. It fucking happened. That motherfucker hit me so hard with a right hook, man. I couldn't hear it for 3 weeks, man. That shit fucking happened, bro. But it was like my brother said it was gonna happen. But I got an uncle. I say that story all the time. That motherfucker hit me so hard, y'all. I swear to God, I couldn't hear it. Rest in peace, Brandon. Shout out to my cousin Niche. Like them, they pulled right up, but it was too late. I couldn't hear by the time they got there. So I will say this: I had an uncle, and my uncle never beat me my entire life until one fucking day. Bun.
Shout out to Bun, man.
Everybody know. My cousin know it. That's his dad. Shout out to Troy. Everybody know it. Everybody knows it. Chanel, and we gonna call him Bun. He butter melts in his mouth when it come to me. Everybody knew it. You know what I'm saying? He got a daughter. That's the weird part. And he got a son. I don't know what it is. And I've used it to my advantage some goddamn times. But that's like my dad. Like, that's really like my dad, man. I didn't have a dad growing up. I had the fear of God of this nigga. I'm 30 years old. I walk in the room humble as shit when he in the room because that's how much I respect him. He fucked me up one time to get that respect. It was Christmas Day. We leaving my grandma's crib. He got an old Supra. Google a Supra. Like 1990 something. I don't fucking know what year it is. He got this old ass Supra. He still got this bitch too.
I know it's in the garage.
That bitch shit 2 and maybe 2 in the back. It's old. It's a sports car. Toyota Supra. It's white. And that motherfucker like a spaceship, bro. And we coming home from my grandma's house. It's the 90s. My mom don't have a car. So he taking everybody home.
Ain't no room.
So it's him, his wife, she gonna always be his wife. At the time, she was his girl, but that's his wife. My cousin, there was Troy, and Desi might have been in that bitch. Yeah. Plus me, my mom, and probably Darius. How the fuck you fit 7 people in a goddamn car, in a sports car?
And a Supra at that.
And I wanted to bring my bike home. I'm 30 years old and I remember this story. Pam had just brought me in my night. I manipulated her into buying me the damn bike. Called her and told her my aunt like super into church. I calls her at work and say, I'm Pam, I've been praying. I'm praying for a bike. She fell right for the shit. Goes out, buys me a bike. She just happy I'm praying. Boom, she go get the bike, y'all. So boom, it's Christmas Day. Now it's Christmas in Philadelphia in the 90s. It's cold as shit outside. It's freezing outside. So why do I need the bike at my house? I want that bitch to look at it. This how spoiled I am. So my uncle like, you're not bringing a bike home. I don't have no room for it. But he don't talk to me like that. So it kind of went like this. Baby.
I don't have a room for the bike.
Uncle promise he gonna bring the bike to you tomorrow, okay? No! I want my bike because of my brain. Nigga, you live at Germantown. You're not coming back down here to get this bike.
Right.
Like, am I stupid? Like, you gonna wait till next Sunday when you come for dinner, Sunday dinner. I want my bike. But baby, I'm gonna bring you the bike. Yeah. I want my bike. He probably put that bass in his voice. Chanel, I said, I'll bring you the bike. I want my bike. Next thing I knew, he was just swinging. I don't even remember. I don't remember nothing after that.
And if you could see how Bun, his stature, you'd be like, oh, short, man,
cut up.
I wouldn't have said nothing to him.
He a cop at the time. He cut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my bike. And I ain't never want a bike after that. He never had to tell me nothing twice after that. So sometimes that one interaction, I believe that a little girl should have the fear of death of her father. And I think that women kind of take that right away from you by saying that you shouldn't beat her. And when you do things in front of the child, even if it's a conversation that you need to have later on, I don't think that decisions or arguments or things that you disagree with should ever take place in front of a child.
They shouldn't. And me personally, I've argued, I've fought.
That's bad.
Caused all types of ruckus in front of my kid or kids, the two.
So now they know how to play y'all.
Now they know how to play the situation between mom and dad. Mm-hmm. So, I can't even remember how the shit went, but I talked to her at first. But I was so frustrated with the talking that I had to. I think I got a belt. No, I think I got the belt. The first go round, I got the belt, and because it was like what was being said on the internet,
right?
So I got the belt,
right?
And I whooped the ass until the motherfucker was like, hey, like, sorry.
Now you do this every episode, man.
I got it.
All right,
but I whooped the ass until it was like, all right, that's enough. Then, I want to say like a year later.
It's in the car, John?
This is the recent one.
In the schoolyard?
No, but before the schoolyard shit, it was the. I don't even know what the app was. Mm-hmm. I just so happened to catch an app.
Oh, it was TikTok.
It wasn't TikTok though.
It was on a rise.
But it was one of them. It was one of them little apps where you could record.
Yeah.
Something to music.
John McCree.
But it was deeper than that.
Okay.
So something was recorded. I can't really go.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Something was recorded, but she had her friend involved.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm thinking crazy.
And it's like, looking at the iPad, I said, "Yo, I know this girl."
Yeah, man.
This my daughter. Like,
I know this girl is my daughter.
Oh, okay, I see what we doing. So, like I said, just me being that guy. Like I said, me personally, I'm wrong 1,000% of the time, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like I solve problems better with my hands or arguments and fighting because
I think the only time a woman needs to step in when a dad is disciplining their daughter is that sometimes, bro, you gotta remember you're a man, so Your hits don't feel like normal hits.
Everybody say that, but I remember
we talking about Bun. I remember Darius getting his ass whooped by Bun, and them having to stop him off Darius
and
as
Darius
a boy.
A big motherfucker.
And that's a big bitch. So, and if y'all see my uncle, oh my god, he like this. He's not that fucking tall, and my brother is tall, and my uncle don't give a fuck. He throwing bulls. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
I just feel like it all depends on the communication between the male and the female, or female and female in your case. To the severity of the situation.
You gotta know
to the severity of ass whooping.
Yeah, cause you looking for your partner to have that same fucking energy that you gonna have.
Yeah.
And it's like, motherfucker, fuck it, I'm gonna take off on you. So I can understand that.
Like I literally was like, yo, you ain't gonna say nothing?
And then just took off.
I was like,
yeah, I'm old enough to be watching this. I'll save you. She's sneaking and watching this joint. I'll save you.
But I just, it was just all tied into one big thing. And go back to the internet.
That was first topic, social media.
Yeah.
And we on episode 3, social media, bro.
And I just feel like social media for a young girl is different, because y'all seeing shit TikTok, Instagram.
That shit different. And they don't really know the severity of what they putting out there into the world. But like, everybody know this about me. Your kid come over this motherfucker, they might leave with a Pop-Tart. Might leave with the ass whooping.
Right.
It might leave with both.
If I can't beat your kids, don't send them around me.
I got it from my grandma. Shout out to my grandma Pick. You couldn't come over her house if she couldn't whoop that ass. So I mean, I feel like if you sending your child to my house, then you already know you trust me enough, you know what I'm saying, to even have your child around me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. But a lot of people don't agree with that. And I feel like when you in a new relationship, and I told A this, when you in a relationship with somebody, you love them and you trying to take things to the next level, it's a certain level of trust that you have to have with that person. And it's a certain level, because kids be fucking up. That's strong. Kids be fucking up relationships because moms don't want to realize certain characteristics about their children.
That's true.
That shit be fucking up the game. That's why niggas be like, I don't want to fuck with a girl with kids, because like, it's like your kid bad as shit and I can't handle. I'm talking about a grown up. A hood nigga don't want to fuck with you because you ain't got time to fucking put a bottle in his mouth.
Right.
But I'm talking about adults that's trying to build with you. It's like, yo, you and your sister.
I've been laughing this whole episode.
But it's like they don't, you know what I'm saying, for different reasons. I'm talking about somebody that's want to build with you. Like,
for somebody that's willing to build and wants to build, you gotta hear them out when it comes to your kid.
Yeah.
If they giving you, and I'm not saying it doesn't have to be stern.
Let's just cut to the top. Let's cut to the chase. You in a new relationship,
right?
If a woman beat Cree, cause that's your baby. You left her there with her. She been there with her all day long. For a month, 2 months, 3 months straight, whatever the case may be, y'all live together. Or she's heavily in Cree life.
You wanna know what's gonna happen?
What?
Bitch, I'm gonna stump you out.
So what? The woman can't beat the kid?
Fuck no, not Cree. And not Braylon either. Not even Diana. That's just my personal opinion.
But you watch me kick everybody's ass.
I don't give a fuck what you did.
What?
I don't fuck what you did. That's just me. Listen, my kids. You can't beat my kids.
I'm shocked.
So
well,
like, I don't know.
You better keep Cree and Diana ass up out of what, because they gonna get the
like. It's a different. It was different between.
It's different between me and you. Yeah.
Because you've taken Diana to Sahara Sam's and shit like that.
It was a time where I remember the one time. Remember I took her from school. I didn't tell you.
Yeah, you called me.
No, I didn't tell you and B.
Oh,
and
yeah.
B called you and said, no, I called you by accident, and you was like, yo, I'm gonna call you back. I'm looking for Diana, and I was like, she right here.
She right here. And I'm like, all right.
Don't put me on your kid emergency contact, because I'm taking him out of school. I don't care nothing about what you talking about. Like, we out in the middle of the day.
But it was for a good time.
Yeah,
it was just different shit.
Yeah.
For instance like that, I don't see it that way because you know how me and you are.
Yeah, I'm whooping that. I ain't even saying, who you talking to? Because I know y'all don't play with her like that.
Yeah, because a child is always supposed to be respectful of.
But from my standpoint,
elders.
step parent type of role, I am around your kid or your children, and I'm not waiting.
Yeah, you get your ass
you getting corrected right then and there. You walk into one of these, then I'm saying, not on that type time though, but I'm just saying, if we in a relationship, we in a serious relationship, I'm building a future with you, or something like that, it's things that I'm adamant about respecting my house and respect around me that gotta happen. And if that can't happen, I don't really see nothing really moving forward because
I can't.
Yeah, like I'm restricted. Now I'm uncomfortable. Now I don't know what I can say and what I can't say. I need free range to be me, and I need to be trusted.
And that's
I ain't
the
saying your
part.
kid getting whooped, their ass whooped for everything. I ain't saying that. But
it's not that I'm gonna be.
But the way I treat, shut the fuck up, because you don't want nobody touching your kid.
No.
But see, you see me, and you know the love that I have. So I get what you. He retarded.
Yeah, but like, see, you don't. It depends on who you're dealing with. And how if that person has a child, because if the person has a child, it all depends on the level of disciplinary whatever
like
the situation
they know
is.
how to handle certain shit.
Exactly.
Versus somebody that don't have no kids.
Right.
I kind of understand that. Maybe that's how people be looking at me.
Yeah. So
I don't know, but you know, it's how we talk, and we just talk, and these are our views, these are our points, these are our experiences. It may not be yours. We don't give a fuck. Turn the channel. Until next time, though, they call me B.
They call me D.
And you're now tuned in to You Know How We Talk, because you know how we talk, man.
Yes, sir.
When we talking. Woo.
Remember they frontin', now these bitches on me. Remember they frontin', now these bitches on me. Remember they frontin', now these bitches on me. They fronted on me.